Why is this?
The police officers.
Okay.
This is some kind of joke, right?
No, this is no joke. You took $3 million.
Listen, Chris knows where you are. He could be here any minute.
Immunity for your testimony. You won't go to jail, but we need you.
Where's Dominic?
He's in a pony. He's fine. The only way we can offer you protection is if you tell us where the money
There
is.
is no money, you son of a bitch! There never was! No! The vacuum! I found it!
Anything new that's been found?
Joyce, wait. Wait. If you take the money, then Rice after
He
you.
doesn't want me, he wants Dominic.
Nope. Nothing exciting.
She's gonna run again. Unless we do something.
Hey, snap out of it!
You guys should watch this movie. I watched it and let me tell you, oh my gosh.
What's wrong with you, mister? Still not getting through to you. Mother, got this great surprise for Junior. That'll be $57.90. Children's aspirin, children's decongestant, antihistamine. Thermometer.
There's a lot of flu going around this time of year, isn't that so?
It is the season. Boy's not sick.
It doesn't hurt to take precautions.
Mother, you are going to make him sick. He stuffed all this crap down my throat for years, and there was nothing wrong with me.
That's why there was nothing wrong with you.
How can you argue with that? Joyce! Joyce, Dominic!
That's false now. It is not lost anymore. It was found on New Year's Eve.
I think I know where he is.
If you haven't watched it, you should.
Good boy. Just hold on. Okay. Just hold on.
Oh, good. Okay.
I was trying to put these machines in.
I know. Don't worry about anything now. Okay? I got you. All right. Just hold on tight now. Hold on tight. Okay? Good.
If I lost Dominic, I don't think I could go on living.
You're not gonna lose him.
That's right, I'm not. told everybody to steal his money. That way all these creeps looking for us to collect a big reward. You don't know what he's like.
Oh, yes, I do. I know him well. That's why I don't want him to get his hands in him and dominate.
Can't trust you. I can't trust anyone.
Okay, so I watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie finally.
You have a son. You do the same
Your Grapulum badge is giving me an orange reading. Average Picron reading. Well done!
have enough gold. Back again.
Well, hello there, little Wisp. Yes, I'm talking about the Black Crows of Avalon. Solitary critters they are. Think you can find it for me? Or is that too hard to handle?
Know that some of these some of the votes are based off of real life. What? I'm not even kidding.
You playing with that corpse? I told you to leave it alone. Why we can't make sure not going to be in take care of fire?
Rocketopia is based off of Egypt. Mollybone is based off of England. Mushu is heavily inspired by a blend of East Asian cultures. Primarily feudal Japan and ancient China. Dragonspire is heavily inspired by the fall of the Roman Empire and the destruction of Pompeii.
Time.
11, 12.
What make that for 11?
Grizzleheim is based on Norse mythology themed around Viking culture. Celestia is based on Atlantis.
Yeah.
Wisteria is inspired by a bright Italian town. Sephora is based on Africa. Various African landscapes, wildlife, and mythology. Lastly, Avalon. Avalon is based off of the United Kingdom.
Raining, want it? Shit. Oi, it's raining. It's on the porch.
Inspired by Arthurian legend. There's of course more. Azteca is based off of Mayan culture. Aquila, Greek mythology, Chrysalis, Paleozoic era, Dogma, Romania 1900s, Polaris, France 1789, Mirage, Middle East present, Amphilia, Star Trek, as this comment says, Caramel, Germany present day, so yeah. You can tell that this is inspired by the United Kingdom due to this being a Welsh name or maybe Irish name, and because of Abbey Road.
No. No, I haven't come for it. It's not a hole. It's not dated.
Ugh. Yes.
Motor like a bird out deep, 6.5 of it. They're in the bag.
Yes,
You collect a
please.
healthy sample of fire spitter venom. You are careful not to get any on you.
That venom will do nicely. To prepare the salve, I need some bulbs of Ale Blanc, a medicinal plant with wondrous properties. Please fetch me some. that miracle clue. To crush the ale blanc and make the salve, I'll need my mortar and pestle. I lost them to hobgoblin fiends in the area. Get them.
us too, because destroying your planet is the thing we do. To do was use a magic ring. Take the ring of fire. I've already done my part. You'll never reach the others before the destroyer rises.
Greetings, wizard. Thank Storm.
done. That should stabilize. Do you think you might do? I was.
Okay, so I've been interested in the Legend of Air Cool version. I came up with a theory of it. It is or was supposed to be real, but it was a scrap parody. Well, turns out I was actually right. It was supposed to be made by the same people behind Kenoso, or Kenosu, which is a parody of the visual novel Kanon. But it ended up being
Oh,
scrapped.
good. My shipment's recovered. How we didn't drive the eels away? You could use this teleporter to reach the Kraken. But it's broken. The rotting fodder stole its keystone. Get it back, and double quick. You did it! Quickly, there's no time to lose. Now that that teleporter's repaired, you can go deal with that Kraken. Head on down, and be careful. Good luck, wizard. I saw the whole battle, Wizard. Masterfully done. We got the beast at bay. Now I hope we can get the rest of our trouble sorted out.
Get back on, dead fiend! Oh, I was making I'm not ashamed to say Black Oak Tower's not far away. That must be where she came from. Maybe something in there can drive her spirit away.
General Achilles ain't the only Cyclops to go stole the legendary It's Worth. He's likely just back in his old hideout down the street. Mind taking a look for me? If he's there, I'll get some guards to back you up.
Stupid hammer! Throw thunder! Hey, who are you? Can you make this thunder hammer do thunder? No? Then you're no use to me. actually work, you would have beat me. So fine, take it up.
Thank you.
I heard we arrested Ius Maximus thanks to you. I'll take this work of art back to Pablo Thunder. He's been real emotional about it. Creative types, right?
here to interrupt, you know, and rudeness must be punished. It doesn't matter. My incantation was complete. The Ring of Water is powerless now, so you can have it. Word to your funeral.
Sweeney needs new uppers.
Have you come to
used what? I already used up all its powers anyway to provide breath to the destroyer.
Ah, good.
All the shopkeepers agreed to help us, and you stopped Angry Ghost from destroying the world? This is shaping up to be the best Fen Fair ever. Oh, and you even have rings we can give out as prizes. Let's see. Dirt, fire, wind, water, and guts? Like actual guts? Neat. Let's just put that last one away. Thank you so much, Wizard. Make sure to visit the Then Fair when it's up and running.
Stop by if you would. I have a new spell for you. Wizard, it's time for the Decathlon event. Come see me in the library or click my new icon at the top of your screen to learn more.
Greetings, since I cannot pot. Sound good? Excellent. I've the means to make this a weekly recurrence, if you're willing. Good hunting.
Stop by if you would. I have a new spell for you.
Hold up, guys.
Whoa! I want to do that too.
I want to do everything.
Drive a wagon, ride a horse, so I can go into town by myself. What are you looking at? Is it so strange to see a woman behind a plow? Surely Catherine knew how to do this.
Catherine. Grew up on a farm. Tried breathing to her on work. I've known her all her life. Then one day we were married, and it was as if we'd always been married. What about you? You must have had someone. Man, felt that way about you.
Yeah. I wouldn't marry him for the same reason. Everyone expected it. Well, we'd known each other for so long. He thought... He thought he knew everything I was thinking.
That's the way it was. Catherine.
I know.
I love Catherine, Sarah.
You still do, Jim. I think these lambs need names, don't you? How about Harriet, after one of the aunts? And that little one over there with the black face will be Maggie. She reminds me of her walk, her steady eye. And that little one over there will be Lou.
Summer is a coming, now we sing the food. Mostly the clothes.
Oh, I can't. What do you say? Should we weekend go swimming?
Swim somewhere. I don't know how to swim.
You don't know how to swim? Well, come on. I'll teach you in the pond. Come on.
Okay.
Just take a big deep breath and hold it, and you'll float like a balloon. Watch. I told me else to, Caleb.
Is this like the sea, Sarah?
Oh, goodness, no. The sea is salt. It stretches as far as you can see. Gleams like sun on glass. There are waves.
Like that?
Okay. So after this game, I'm gonna start Okay. Toad's bloodshot, declared Mal, leaping into the room as if she was just another guest for everyone. And just like that, the party began again, as quickly as it had stopped.
It's 2026. Why are you still using pads for incontinence? Meet EverDries. EverDries are real underwear that look and feel just like your favorite undies, except they're leak-proof. Learn more at everdries.com.
Her name was Gracie. Sometimes she went fishing with him, but she walked in goals.
Papa did. When he was little, ask him.
Ask him what?
Ask him what the dog's name was.
All right. What was his name?
Yes.
All right. Rex. Now, well then, Rover.
The next day, the dog.
Jay laughed and pointed toward a pair of black shoes poking out from behind a sheet covering the biggest of the bookcases.
Smart woman. Crazy, though. Smart as Sparky's peaches.
Hiding from his own probably typical. Mal knew how Carlos felt, though she never admitted it.
Something's dead.
Truly, she'd rather be almost anywhere on the whole aisle than at this party. Like her mother, she hated the sights and sounds of revelry. Fun made her uncomfortable. Laughter gave her hives. But a vendetta was a vendetta. And she had more planned for this evening than just deep dark secret or death-defying dare. Come on, said Jay. They're playing pin the tail on the minion over there, and Jace has like 10 tails. Let's see if we can make it a dozen. Maybe in a minute. Where's Princess Blueberry? Mal asked. I did a whole loop of this party and I didn't see her anywhere. You mean Evie? She's not here yet. Nobody seems to know if she's coming or not, Jay shrugged. Castle kids. She has to come. She's the whole point. She's the only reason I'm even having this stupid party. Mal hated when her evil schemes didn't go exactly as planned. This was the first step in Operation Takedown Evie, or else. And it had to work. She sighed, staring at the door, pretending to be having fun at a party when you hated parties was the most tiresome thing in the world. Mal had to agree with her mother on that one. What are you two doing? Asked Anthony Tremaine, Lady Tremaine's 16-year-old grandson. A tall, elegant boy with dark hair swept off a haughty forehead. His clothes were as worn and ragged as everyone else's on the aisle, but somehow he always looked as if he was performing custom tailoring. His dark leather coat was cut perfectly. His jeans the white dark wash. Maybe it was because Anthony had noble blood and would probably have lived in Oregon, except for his grandmother's being, evil and vanished. At one point, he tried to get everyone on the aisle to call him Lord Tremaine, but the villain kids had all just laughed in his face. Just talking, said Mal. Evil plotting, said Jay. They looked at each other. There's a new level. But I'm not done with this one. I misjudged my jump. Like I said last week, I won't be here on Saturday because I'm going to a festival. If you remember, I said that. Either last week or 2 weeks ago.
Just toss it in the washing machine and it comes out looking as good as new. This is a must-have.
Something about Anthony's handsome face brought to Mouse by another handsome boy, the prince from a dream. He said he was a friend. His smile was kind and his voice gentle. Mouse shuddered. Do you want something now? Asked Anthony coolly. Yes, to dance. Anthony looked out at her expectantly. She looked at him confused. Wait, with me? Nobody had ever asked her before, but she'd never really been to a party before either. Well, I didn't mean him, Anthony said, looking awkwardly at Jay. No offense, man.
And get your free money back today. But hurry, this exclusive offer is available only for a limited time. Once they are gone, they are gone. Don't let dirt dictate your day.
Not taken, Jay grinned broadly, knowing how uncomfortable this made Mal. He found it hilarious. You two kids go have fun out there. Anthony, make sure you pick a slow song, he said as he slid away. I have a step-granddaughter waiting for me. Mal could feel her cheeks turning pink, which was embarrassing because she wasn't afraid of anything, least of all dancing with snotty Anthony Tremaine. So why are you blushing, she thought. I'm not really a dancer, she said lamely. I can show you, he said with a smooth smile. Mal bristled. I don't dance with anyone, ever. Why not? Why not indeed? Mal thought about it. Her mind flashed back to earlier that evening. She'd been getting ready for the party, trying to choose between violet-hued holly or mauve patchwork jeans, when her mother had made a rare appearance at her door. Where on this dreadful island could you possibly be going, Maleficent asked. To a party, Mal said. Maleficent let out an exasperated sigh. Mal, what have I told you about parties? I'm not going to have fun, Mother. I'm going so I can make someone miserable.
We'll plant more flowers, I promise.
She almost wanted to shout Operation Evie scheme right then, but thought better of it. She would tell her mother once she had completed it successfully, lest she disappoint her once more. Maleficent never failed to remind Mal that sometimes it just didn't seem like Mal was evil enough to be her daughter. At your age, I was cursing entire kingdoms was a familiar phrase Mal had grown up hearing. So you're off to make someone miserable? Her mother cooed. Wretched, really, enthused Mal. A slow smile formed on Maleficent's thin red lips. She crossed the room and stood in front of Mal, reaching out to trace a long narrow along Mal's cheek. That's a nasty little girl, she said. Mal swore she saw a glimmer of pride flicker in her mother's cold emerald green eyes. Mal snapped back to reality as the band finished a punk rock number with clashing cymbals and a drum roll. Anthony Tremaine was still staring at her.
I wanted this. I'm doing the best I can.
Some things you just can't make happen.
I know.
This isn't going to work, is it?
The children are very fond of the sun. So am I. It's just...
This isn't going to work.
So why don't you dance again? Because I don't have time to dance when I have evil schemes to hatch, Mal wanted to say. One that will make my mother proud of me finally. She turned up her nose. I don't have to have a reason. You don't, but that doesn't mean you don't have one. He caught her by surprise because he was right.
Are you sorry she came?
Because she did have a reason, a very good reason, to stay clear of any kind of activity that might hint at or lead to romance. Her missing father, otherwise known as he who must not be named in Maleficent's presence. So Anthony had her there. Mal had to give him that, but instead she glared at him. Then she glared at him again for good measure. Maybe I just like to be alone, because maybe I'm so tired of my mother looking at me like I'm weak, just because I came from her own moment of weakness. Because maybe I need to show her that I'm strong enough and evil enough to prove to her that I'm not like my weak human father. That I can be just like her. Maybe I don't want to dance because I don't want to have anything human about me. That can't be it, Anthony said, picking lint off his jacket. His voice was uncommonly low and pleasant, which once again brought back to Mal's mind the handsome prince by the enchanted lake, except that Anthony wasn't quite as handsome as the boy in her dream had been. Not that she thought that boy handsome, mind you. Not that she thought about him at all. Nobody likes to be alone. Well, I do, she insists. It was true. And besides, everybody wants to dance with a lord, he said smugly. Nope, not me. Fine, have it your way, Anthony said, finally backing away, his head held high. In a hot second, he had already asked Harriet Hook to dance, and she'd accept with a delighted shriek. Mal exhaled. Phew. Boys, dreams, princess. It was all too much for one day. Mal! Mal! Up to Mal! Jay waved a hand in front of her face. You okay? Mal nodded but didn't answer. For a moment she had been lost in the memory of that awful dream again, except that this time it didn't seem so much a dream as a premonition that one day she might just find herself in Oradon. But how could that be? Jay found holding out a cup of cider. Here, it's like you powered down or something. Mal realized that she hadn't moved from the front hall. She'd been standing there stupidly frozen ever since Anthony had left her side. That was 3 songs ago, and the bad apples were playing their current hit, Call Me Never. She looked up not because of the cider or the catchy song, but because out of the corner of her eye, she spotted Evie through the floor-to-ceiling window in the foyer. Excuse me. She was coming down the road in a brand new rickshaw, her pretty V-braid gleaming in the moonlight. She thinks she is so special. Well, I'll show her. Mal thought. Her eyes wandered over the room and rested upon a familiar-looking door. It was the door that led to Cruella de Vil's storage closet. Mal only knew it was there because she and Carlos had once accidentally came across it when they were working on a skit about evil family trees in 6th grade. And Mal had been bored and had decided to go poking around hellhole. Cruella's closet was not for the faint of heart. Mal could never forget that day. It was the kind of closet that would get the best of anyone. especially Princess, who was making her way up the steps to the front door and would appear at any moment now. Jay, she said, motioning to the front door. Let me know when Evie arrives, huh? What? Why? You'll see, she told him. All part of the evil scheme, huh? He said, happy to do her bidding. Jay was always up for a good prank, but Carlos went white-faced when he saw where Mal was heading. Don't! He shouted. He shook off his sheet, almost tripping over the fabric in an attempt to get to the door before Mal could open it all the way. It slammed shut.
Dogs on the kill list, and I can tell you, Dino. I see their bodies trembling. Their eyes are seeking for someone to save them. It breaks my heart because they're not broken. They're just out of time.
iPaw Rescue is an extraordinary nonprofit with a specific mission to save dogs scheduled to die. iPaw's network rescues
It slammed shut just in time. But Mal crossed her arms. She wasn't backing down from this one. It was just too perfect. She glanced out the window again. Princess, oh so fashionably late, was at the front door now. Mal raised her voice. New game, 7 minutes in heaven, and you've never played 7 minutes if you haven't played it in a DeVille closet. The words were barely out of Mal's mouth before most of the evil step-granddaughters practically trampled her to get to the door. They loved playing 7 minutes and were enthusiastically wondering with whom they would end up inside. A few of them puckered their lips and powdered their noses while fluttering their eyelashes at Jay, who was stationed by the front door like a sentry. Who wants to go first? Mal asked. Me, yelped the step-granddaughters. She does, Jay called, holding a very recognizable blue cape. I do? What do I want to do? Asked the cape's owner. Mal smiled. Evie had arrived. Evie, sweetie, so glad you could make it, Mal said. Throwing her arms theatrically around the girl and giving her a giant and fake embrace. We're playing 7 minutes in heaven. Want to play? I don't know, said Evie, looking around the party nervously. It'll be a scream, said Mal. Come on, you want to be my friend, don't you? Evie stared at Mal. You want me to be your friend? Sure, why not? Mal led her to the closet door and opened it. But doesn't a boy go in here with me? Evie asked as Mal shoved her inside the storage room. For someone castle schooled, Evie sure knew her kissing games. Did I say 7 minutes in heaven? No, you're playing 7 minutes in hell, Mal cackled. She couldn't help it. This was going to be so much fun. The crowd around the hallway had scattered in fear after it was clear Mal had no interest in having other people join the game or Evie inside the locked room. But Carlos remained standing, his face as white as the tips of his hair. Mal, what are you doing? Playing a dirty trick. What does it look like I'm doing? You can't leave her in there. Remember what happened to us? He asked, motioning angrily to his leg, which had 2 distinct white scars on the calf. I do, Mal said gleefully. She wondered why Carlos was so concerned about Evie. It wasn't as if they'd been taught to care about other people. But Carlos soon made clear that he wasn't being altruistic. If she's not able to get out on her own, I'm going to have to clean up the mess. and my mother will freak out. You can't leave her in there. He whispered, fiercely anxiety about Cruella's punishment written all over his face. Fine, go get her, said Mal with a sly smile on her face, knowing full well that he wouldn't. Colors quaked in his scuffed loafers. Mal knew there was nothing he wanted to do less than go back in there again. He remembered all too well what had happened to him and Mal in 6th grade. There was a scream from behind the door. Mal wiped her hands. You want her out? You get her out. Her job was done. Her evil scheme had worked. This was going to be a real howler.
She was too young. 17 when Anne was born. It took 2 days. Terrible. Terrible pain. The doctor said it was because she was so young. Small. Said maybe we shouldn't have it more. I thought 3 years. I needed a boy. Then she wasn't there. Wasn't curled beside me in bed.
The first thing Evie thought when the door unceremoniously closed with a bang behind her was that she had worn her prettiest dress for nothing. She had been looking forward to the party all day, had run home to go through every outfit in her closet, holding up
I couldn't stop long enough.
dress after dress to see which shade of blue looked best. Azure, periwinkle, turquoise. She had settled on a dark midnight blue lace mini dress and matching high-heeled boots. She'd been extremely late to the party as her mother had insisted on giving her a 3-hour makeover. Not that it mattered, because she was now locked in a closet alone. She wasn't just imagining it. Mal was really out to get her. Most likely for not having been invited to Evie's birthday party when they were 6 years old. But it wasn't as if it was her fault. Evie'd been just a kid. It had been her mother who hadn't wanted Mal at the party for some reason. Mal couldn't hold it against her, could she? Evie sighed. Of course she could. Evie still remembered the hurt and anger on 6-year-old Mal's face, looking down from the balcony. Evie supposed that she'd probably feel the same way. Not that she could see it from Mal's point of view or anything. There's no me in empathy, as Mother Gothel liked to say. In the end, Evil Queen probably should have dropped her grudge against Maleficent and invited her daughter to the celebration. It certainly hadn't been fun being cooped up in the castle for 10 years. Evie wasn't even sure why her mother had decided that now was a safe time to leave. But so far, other than Evie being locked in this closet, at the moment, nothing too bad had happened yet. Besides, the darkness of the closet didn't bother her. Evie was her mother's daughter after all, and used to the horrors of the night too dark. Hidden things with yellow eyes glittering in the shadows, to candles dripping over skull candle holders, to the flash of lightning and the fury of thunder as they rolled across the sky. She wasn't scared. She wasn't scared in the least bit. Except her foot just struck something hard and cold.
Remember, strong hand.
Yes, Jacob.
Best to be home before dark. Driving is hard. There's no full moon.
Yes,
Why can't we come? Why do you have to go alone?
because I do. Take care of Seal.
And the quiet of the closet was broken by the loud echoing snap of steel meeting steel. She screamed, "What was that?"
No, Caleb. She would tell
When her eyes adjusted to the dim light, she saw full traps littered all over the floor, lying in wait for the next animal to wander through. There were so many of them that one wrong step would mean a trap would snap her leg in two. She turned back to the door and tried to open it, but it was no use. She was locked in there.
Sarah. She does things her way.
"Help! Help! Let me out!" she yelled. But there was no answer, and the band was playing so loudly. Evie knew no one would hear her nor care. It was hard to see, so Evie felt her way tentatively in the darkness, sliding her left foot on the floor first. How many were there? 10, 20, 100? And how big was this room anyway? Her foot came in contact with something cold and heavy, so she retreated. How was she going to get out of this? Out of this place without losing a limb? Was there another door on the other side, maybe? She squinted. Yes, that was another door. There was a way out. She headed slowly to the far end. The floorboards creaking ominously under her feet. Evie shifted to her right, hoping to avoid the trap to move around it, but her foot struck another and she jumped back as it too snapped shut with a bang, springing into the air and barely grazing her knee. Her heart thundered in her chest as she slid around the next trap, careful not to strike the metal for fear that it might close around her ankle. As long as she missed the trap center, she would be good.
Jacob, I turned in my ticket. I have this money.
She could do this. All she had to do was move slowly, carefully. She edged around another one. She was getting better at this. She could find her way to the back of the room and possibly another door. She cleared one and then another, moving more quickly, sliding one foot in front of the other, searching for and avoiding the traps faster, a little faster. The door must be closed then. She struck a trap and it suddenly popped up with a snap. She jumped away and as the trap fell on the floor, it hit another trap which sprang up and hit the one next to it, all in succession, and this time Evie saw that she couldn't move slowly, but that she had to run. The chorus of snapping metal jaws rang through the darkness. Steel blades against steel blades as she ran screaming toward the back door. The trap slammed shut. Bam, bam, bam. One after another, one a hairbreadth away from her stocking, while another almost caught her heel as she turned the door handle, left the room, and shut the door behind her. But just as she thought she was safe, she realized she had plunged right into a dark, furry presence. Was it a bear, a horrible, shaggy monster? Had she gotten out of the frying pan only to fall into the fire? Evie twisted and turned, but only succeeded in wrapping herself deeper in fur, dense, thick, woolly fur with 2 armholes. This was no bear, no monster. She was trapped in a fur coat. Evie tried to shake it off, tried to shrug it off her shoulders, but she was smack dab in the middle of dozens of coats. All of them black or white, or black and white, made of the thickest, luscious hides. There was spotted ocelot and dip-dyed mink, silky sable and shiny skunk, all of them packed in like sardines, so full, so fluffy, so thick. This was Cruella de Vil's fur closet. Her wondrous collection, her obsession, her greatest weakness. At those 4 traps back there was a security system, just in case anyone got too close to the stuff. Evie finally managed to untangle herself and push aside the wall of fur. Just as a hand grasped her waist and pulled her through the other side. Evie took a deep... Sorry, you okay? It was Carlos. Evie took a deep breath. Yes, I think so. Do I win the game? She asked dryly. Carlos laughed. Mal's going to be annoyed you survived. Where are we?
Stand up on that stump. That'll be a very nice picture. Very nice. All right, everybody stay real still. All right, everybody look back. Right here.
Where are we? Evie looked around. There was a lumpy mattress on the floor, next to an ironing board and a wash basin, along with a vanity table that held dozens of white and black wigs. When Carlos looked embarrassed, she realized it was his bedroom. Cruella's fur closet opened onto a dressing room where her son slept. Oh.
We can show you the thing. Sure could. You know what I remember? Let's go right in that box there. I remember back when I was a little boy, and you remember this, Dickon. It didn't rain for months. Months.
Carlos shrugged. It's home. Even if her mother annoyed her sometimes, at least Evil Queen was obsessed with Evie's good looks, and even when she wasn't worried that perhaps Evie might not be the fairest of them all, she treated her daughter like the princess she was. Evie's room might be dark and musty, but she had a real bed, not a makeshift one, with a thick blanket and relatively soft pillows. It's not so bad in here, Willie, Evie said. I'm sure it's cozy, and hey, you'll never catch a cold. You can just use one of her fur coats for a blanket, right? It was awfully drafty in the room. Like her own home, Hell Hall wasn't insulated for winter. Carlos shook his head. I'm not allowed to touch them, he said, trying to put the furs back in order. They were so heavy and there were so many of them. I'll fix them later. She doesn't come back till Sunday. Evie nodded. This is all my mother's fault. If she hadn't tried to challenge Maleficent's leadership when they first came to the Isle, none of this would have happened. Your mother actually challenged Maleficent? Carlos giggled. It was unheard of. Well, she is a queen after all, Evie pointed out. Yeah, she was angry that everyone on the island decided to follow Maleficent instead of her.
That's a mixed blessing. Don't feed her too much, Caleb. She's getting fat.
She walked over to the vanity and began to fix her makeup,
What does fall mean?
delicately powdering her nose and applying pink gloss to her full rosebud lips. And now here we are. Mal will get over it, he said hopefully. Are you kidding? A grudge is a grudge is a grudge. She'll never forgive me. Didn't you listen in selfie class? I thought you were so smart, Evie smiled wryly. Oh well, I should just face it. Go back to our castle and never come out. But you're not, right? No, I guess not. Evie put away her compact. Hey, she said softly, I have an old comforter I never use. I mean, if you get cold and you can't... Oh, never mind. She'd never had any siblings, so she had no idea what having a little brother would be like. But if Evil Queen had ever stopped looking at herself in the mirror long enough to have another kid, Evie thought it would be terrible to have a little brother like Carlos. Carlos looked as if he didn't know what to say. Forget I said anything, said Evie in a rush. No, bring it. I mean, no one's ever cared whether I'm warm or not, he said, blushing red as his voice trailed off. Not that you care, of course. I certainly don't, agreed Evie.
More important than what they say.
Caring was definitely against the rules at Dragon Hall and could turn anyone into a laughingstock. We were going to throw it out. Excellent. Just consider my home your dumpster. Okay. Do you think you might have a pillow you were going to toss out? I've never had a pillow. Carlos turned red again. I mean, I've had tons of pillows, of course, so many. We have to keep throwing them out. I get so many pillows. I mean, who's never had a pillow in their life? That's preposterous. Yeah, I think we were going to throw away a pillow, Evie said, still turning just as red as Carlos. even as a warm, sunny sensation had taken over her chest. She changed the subject. Still working on that machine of yours? Yeah, want to see? He asked. Yeah, sure, Evie replied, following Carlos out of the room toward the back of the house, away from the party. Carlos slipped outside, holding the door open for Evie. Where are we going? To my lab, Carlos replied, pulling out a matchbook and lighting a candle to lead the way into the weedy backyard. Your what? My science lab. Don't worry, I don't like sacrificed toads or something. Evie let out a hesitant laugh. They approached a huge gnarled tree with a rope ladder. Carlos started to climb up it. I have to keep it all in my treehouse. I'm afraid my mom is going to get some big ideas and turn my chemicals into makeup or hair products. Evie scrambled up the ladder behind him. The tree house was more elaborate than any she'd ever seen, with miniature turrets and a tiny balcony that looked out onto the dark forest below. Inside, Evie spun around, gasping. The walls were lined with shelves of glass beakers, vials, and jars containing various neon-colored liquids. In the corner sat a small old television with about 50 different antennas strapped to it. What is all this? Evie asked, picking up a jar of something white and snowy. Oh, that's from ChemLab. It's sodium polycrylate. I was trying to see if I could use it as a sponge when mixed with water, Carlos said, but here, this is what I wanted to show you. He pulled out the wire box contraption he'd been working on in class. I think I got the battery to work. Carlos fiddled with a few buttons and flicked a few switches. It sputtered to life, then died. His face fell. He tried again. This time it emitted a high-pitched squeal before dying. He looked up at Evie sheepishly. Sorry, I thought I had it. Evie looked at the black box. Maybe try connecting this wire to that one, she suggests. Carlos peered at the wires. You're right, they're in the wrong place. He switched the wires and hit the switch. A powerful electric burst shot out of the box, sending Carlos and Evie flying back against the wall and flying to the floor. The beam of light burst up toward the plywood ceiling, blasting a hole in the treehouse roof and up to the sky. Maleficent, Carlos cursed. Oh my goblins, Evie screamed. What just happened? They both scrambled out onto the treehouse balcony and stared up at the sky, but the light was streaking all the way up through the clouds, up, all to the way to the dome. The light seared through the barrier as easily as it had burned a hole in the treehouse roof. Lightning flashed and the very earth shook with a supersonic rumble. For a second, they could see through the dome and directly into the night sky. The black box began to emit a strange beeping noise. Carlos and Evie scrambled back inside, and Carlos picked up the box. It was making a sound neither of them had ever heard before. And for a brief moment, there was something on the television in the room, which had burst to life all of a sudden. "Look," Evie cried. The screen was flashing with so many different scenes. It was dizzying. What? I'm reading! I am reading! I'm trying to read my novel!
I've been playing this play for probably about 5 or 6 years. This play is a mobile app where you can gain points from downloading different games and cash them in for gift cards. You can have money sent to your PayPal if you want to.
Because you have no internet!
To me, I live in rural America and people here don't win sweepstakes. And with me, it's not coming.
Again, you have parental controls on, and I don't know who put it on, and I can't take it off.
Has made me feel clear for the day. I'm a busy mom, businesswoman. It's become a part of my routine in the morning. It helps me stay sharp
not
and
you.
steady through the whole day.
Someone else did it.
I love that it doesn't complicate my routine.
No internet connection! I'm trying to read! No!
You seen that life insurance thing I got in the mail?
From Colonial Penn.
I'm trying to read!
It's over there.
The recyclable.
Ugh!
I sent for this.
Why the sudden interest in life insurance now?
We just got our tax refund. It's the perfect time to get coverage.
For a moment, they saw a talking dog. Carlos screamed at the sight. Then it switched to a pair of twins who were nothing alike. One was boyish and athletic, and the other was sort of a diva. They both sort of looked like Mal, except with yellow hair. Then it switched again to two teenage boys who seemed to be running a hospital for superheroes. Look at all these different television shows, Carlos said. I knew it. I knew there had to be other kinds. Evie laughed, then the screen flickered and went dark again. And the box in Carlos's hands went dead. What happened?
The kids will appreciate that.
Call for more information and your free gift today. Read how easy it is to get.
I don't know. I think maybe it worked. It penetrated the dome for a second. Did it?
It's easy and risk-free.
He asked, approaching the box fearfully and touching it with the end of one finger. It was hot to the touch, and he pulled his hand away quickly. It must have, Evie said. That's the only explanation. Promise you won't tell anyone about what happened, especially about the dome. We could get in real trouble. You know. I promise. Said Evie, making an X with the fingers behind her back. Good. You want to go back to the party? Do we have to? She asked, unwilling to find herself trapped in another closet. You have a point. And that show you like on Oregon News Network, the one that features the Prince of the Week, is going to be on in 5 minutes. Excellent. What? I'm reading. Ugh. Okay. We have one more page.
Sit down. Oh, let me in.
Unbeknown to the two village children, far off in the distance, deep in the heart of the forbidden fortress, hidden behind a great misty fog on the other side of the island, What? I told you! I'm reading! Not yet! I'm trying to finish up! Ugh. A long black scepter with a jewel on its end came back to life, glowing green with power again. The most powerful weapon of darkness had been awakened for a moment. Next to the hidden staff, a stone statue of a raven began to vibrate, and when the bird began to shake its wings, the stone crumbled into dust, and in its place was that black-eyed fiend, that wicked fairy's familiar, the one and only Diablo, Maleficent's best and first friend. Diablo shook his feathers and gave a throaty, triumphant cry. Evil would fly again. Evil lives.
You ain't sit there. No. I want sausage and fruit and my cookie.
Yeah. How much? Almost a foot.
What? Hold up.
You have to carry river water for the animals.
We can do that.
Watch the fires.
Yes.
Have to measure out our own water.
We already have.
Have to use less.